Breathing. It's something that we normally don't even realize that we're doing. But it's so important that our life literally depends on us being able to do it properly. But what is really happening in our bodies when we take that deep breath? What muscles are at work? Let's start with the inhale. Inhalation increases thoracic volumes, making the chest larger. There are two different sets of muscles at work to achieve this: the external intercostal muscles and the diaphragm. The external intercostal muscles are the muscles between the ribs. When these muscles contract, the ribs get pushed up and the rib cage gets larger. The diaphragm is a curved sheet of muscle separating the abdomen from the thorax. When the diaphragm contracts, it flattens out, pressing towards the abdomen. When we inhale, the external intercostal muscles and diaphragm all contract at the same time, creating negative pressure that makes the thoracic cavity and lungs get bigger. Now, the thorax and the lungs both have a certain amount of stretch to them, so when they get bigger, it creates tension, much like when stretching a balloon or a rubber band. When the external intercostal muscles and diaphragm are released, the tension in the lungs and thorax is released too, returning to their standard size and pushing air out. This is what happens when we exhale in a relaxed way. These muscles aren't the only determining factors for how we're breathing. Lung volume and capacity also play a significant role. The amount of air moving in and out of our lungs is measured by something called tidal volume. When we're at rest, this tends to sit at around 400 to 500 milliliters. But as we all know, we aren't always at rest. There are other lung volumes that are significant. The amount of air that can be inhaled beyond this point, like when you take a deep breath, is called inspiratory reserve volume. When you exhale beyond this point, like blowing up a balloon, that is your expiratory reserve volume. Add them together to find the maximum amount of air that can be forced into the lung, which is known as vital capacity. Measuring these rates can help identify irregularities and catch diagnoses in patients. While we often do it without even thinking, breathing is a team effort for the body. It takes a combination of muscles and capacity to keep it all moving. Hopefully, you didn't need too many deep breaths to get through this.